Dude, it's oh no. I
It's,
hit it while you were talking. I got you by surprise.
Devour. Matt, Devour is listeners, right? So listen, you've downloaded the show. Devour, he's taking the piss out of my lights. Listen, I need the lights for my skin tone, like because
Oh,
to
okay,
match
okay.
it.
3 point lighting, yeah. Trying to get
Exactly. You've
all
got the
all
blue light,
Hollywood.
mate.
Yeah.
Hollywood lights, man. Lights, camera,
Oh
action. Here we are.
gosh.
We are the Flixters. If you didn't already know this,
Yes, we
so
are
this is episode 240.
about to get
So,
naughty.
mate,
Hmm.
that's a mic drop. That is a mic drop.
Okay.
So listen, headphone drop. So listen, folks, thank you for downloading another episode of The Flixters. This is Deval and I bringing you episode 240. We've got, now,
Mm.
listen, on this week's show, we've got two films on opposing sides. We've got a World War II movie, and then we've got a kind of drama, thriller, kind of detective story.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring those two movies together, in the show. So stick around for that. And then we've got the usual stuff like, film review, film news. And we've got Anniversary Corner, an interesting one in the Anniversary Corner, Deval, which I noticed that you put on there. That was really
Yeah.
cool. And it lends nicely into the movie that we're going to be speaking about. So before all that, Deval, take it away.
Yes, we've got 2 shout outs this week. First one goes out to Zakharov, who we spoke about actually many times. He's going to be on the show one of these days soon. But I think we mentioned a few people when we talked about our 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And he's one person to mention as a massive contributor to the Flixters. You know
Big
a lot
time.
of our stories, because we're just 2 guys that don't know how to do social media, as you can tell probably. A lot of
Yeah.
our stories are done by Zakharov, and he helps us
Zakharov.
out there. So big thank you to him as well.
Thank you,
So
Zakharov.
big shout out. We'll see you soon, Zakharov. Next shout out goes to Ciel Noir 3, and she will be coming onto the show next week.
Oh, can't wait.
So yeah, our people have been talking to her people. In
We've
other
got
words,
legal on it.
I know, get legal in it. Trying to make her sound big,
Yeah.
But yeah, she's going to be coming into the show to talk about Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse, because she loves the Spider-Man. But yeah, looking forward to having her on the show. And yeah, big shout out to her as well. Always bigging us up. Gave us a nice little shout out on her live stream just yesterday.
We always
So looking
appreciate
forward to our crowd and her crowd getting
that.
together and talking about some movies. So yeah, looking
Yeah.
forward to that massively.
The Flixters across the universe.
Oh my
Well,
gosh,
actually, across the
across the world, because we've been
across
3
the
different time zones. Time. It's like we're just getting international out here. It doesn't matter what time
across
zone,
the
what
Atlantic,
multiverse you're in.
whatever. Oh,
We
mate,
bring it to you.
seriously,
Bring it to
that.
you.
Yes, that is going to be the theme on next week's show. All right, listen, look, folks, let's get into the good stuff over here, and we've got let's get through some of the stuff. So listen, look, James Cameron. Obviously this amazing film director. A lot of his movies are classics: Terminator, Aliens. What was the water one? And I'm not talking about Avatar. Deval.
The Abyss. The Abyss.
Oh,
I don't know why I went like that. Remember?
Yeah, another one. And he's kind of at the forefront of kind of technology and filmmaking, right? He always wants to kind of make sure that his movies are, engaging with this new technology. And man, how long did it take from Avatar 1 to Avatar 2 to be made?
13 years, I think.
All right. Okay, so why is he in our news, Deval?
Yeah, just like you said it very nicely, this guy wants to be at the forefront of modern technology. Just like you mentioned with Avatar, he waited for technology to catch up. Technology needed to catch up to be able to materialize his idea. Same with Terminator 1, Terminator 2. He wanted the technology to be ready for what he wants to do. And that's what's happening now. So he's in the midst of writing Terminator 7. Yeah. I don't even know how to cut it. Terminator 7, Terminator 1, 2, 3. I lost count, but there's 7 of them anyway. Or there's going to be 7. He's writing 7, but there's a bit of a delay. Why is there a delay? Well, because he's waiting. He's waiting for real world AI to catch up, so that he can then integrate that into his ideas of Terminator.
Wow.
7. And we know about AI, Chat GPT and all the other AI, things out there. Elon Musk is always talking about how AI is going to take over the world.
Yep.
So James Cameron might actually have that in his next film. He wants the AI to be a component in Terminator 7. So yeah, it's going to be crazy, I reckon.
And Devout, listen, look, man, we still got to do Avatar 3.
Yeah,
We've got to
yeah,
do 4. And what is
yep.
there a fifth one as well?
Yes, there is.
So we're talking the next time we see a
Yeah,
Terminator movie from James Cameron, it's going to be years, though, right? We're talking.
yeah, but it could be in between. You never know. You never know.
Interesting.
But depends how quick AI can develop and how we can integrate it into his movie. You know, think
Yeah.
about a Terminator that's not just there to shoot you, but it's also like, you know, all AI'd up, and it's all like it just
Yeah.
knows you from your behaviors, so it knows what you're going to do before you're going to do it. What about that? That's
Oh
mad.
man,
Hmm?
that's
It
mad.
knows your
It is.
behaviors. That's
That is
crazy.
mad. It is
It's
crazy.
crazy.
And you know what else is crazy, Deval? Let's speak about this next one. So we were kind of after we watched John Wick Part 4, we were like, right, okay, so is this the end of John Wick because of the way that they ended it? We know there's going to be a spin-off called Ballerina, and that's got Ana de Armas. She's working
See,
on that at the
see.
moment, and we're definitely going to be seeing that. But they're now already talking about John Wick Part 5. So what's going
Mm.
on?
And also the Continental's coming out as well soon. Don't forget that, you know,
Mm,
the Continental
yeah,
Hotel.
they're
But
doing
yeah,
it.
John, basically Lionsgate, who are the studio that are, you know, responsible for John Wick, they've
Yeah,
announced that yeah, there was going to be a John Wick 5, and it's in very early stages of pre-production. But I'm not surprised because even a while ago, and I'm pretty sure we reported this, but
yeah,
they were meant to make them back to back, or there
back
were
to back.
definitely going to be two films that are going to be
That's
coming out
right.
for sure, 4 and 5. So I don't know why they delayed it. It was always going to happen. They're not going to
Mm,
turn down another 300 and something million at the box office, which is what John Wick 4 just achieved.
that's
So John
mad.
Wick 5, I think will be, I think it should be the end of the John Wick. Then again, you know how that they like making these things in trilogies, and there might be a sixth, who knows? But anyway, John Wick is invincible. That guy doesn't want to die. So
Yeah,
I reckon John Wick 5 is just it's a definite thing, and there might even be a six, depending on how, you know, how the box office responds to John Wick 5. But
yeah.
what can happen in John Wick 5? Who else is gonna? Because maybe do you know what? Actually, no, it makes sense because remember in John Wick 4, you had a representative from that high table place, or whatever they're called,
Yeah.
but we didn't actually get the proper to
High
see the
table.
high table people or whatever they're called. Like I reckon he might have to go and face them directly. So
Oh, like he's got to defeat the 5 bosses or something like that. Like
mm.
who knows, or whoever, whoever
Oh,
they are. But I
John
mean,
Wick 5 could be called John Wick 5, a seat at the table.
table,
Another mic drop.
mate.
Shit.
Man,
Mm-mm.
after that New York, after that, Paris scene with the cars and
Yeah.
everything. Oh my god! Listen, man, what they bring to the table is incredible. It's mad. It's comic book level, but
Mm.
it's going to be amazing. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one, folks. But remember, keep it locked with the Flixters. We'll bring you more news and all that sort of stuff. Now let's move on to the Marvel universe. Check this out. So Deval, I'll be reading up on this. Loki Season 2. They've announced it, and it's coming on October the 6th. Now,
That was meant to be June, wasn't it? Or July?
yeah, no, they've
October.
changed it. It says the second season of Loki will premiere later this year on October the 6th. And yeah, so
Mm.
first of all, I mean, it's a bit of a departure, for Marvel. They kind of we thought Loki was kind of done and dusted, but then he goes off and he has another adventure with the Time Variance Authority. And
Hmm.
then at the end of that, we get the whole Kang, we get to see a version of Kang, and then obviously that's led into Quantumania. Now, here's the
Hmm.
thing: we had a little end mid-credit scene at the end of Quantumania where
Hmm.
Jonathan Majors
Hmm.
was
Yeah.
in that as another version. So
Yeah.
we saw Loki and we saw Mobius.
Hmm.
But going forward, what do you reckon? Are we going to still see Kang in this one, or is it just the kind of him at the peripheral?
I don't think they can change it that much.
Because
I,
of
I,
also, I'm
don't think
also
that.
kind of alluding to what's happened with Jonathan Majors as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I don't think actually originally. I don't think he would may have been the main person in Loki season 2. I don't think he would
Mm,
have been the main person anyway, but he would have had some sort of part to play. But
yeah.
maybe you're right. Maybe they are using this time to can they shoot something else to beef up the story outside of his involvement to make it
Mhm.
less about him. maybe they're trying to maybe Marvel are trying to distance themselves from him too. At
Yeah.
this stage. So
They
it's
don't
just
like
it's crazy,
controversy,
man.
man.
No, they don't like it. They'll fire you in an instant. Look at James Gunn. He got fired
He
quick. He
got
got
fired.
rehired.
Gina Carano.
Yep, got fired. Yep.
And I'm
So
pretty sure you go back, a few years. I'm pretty sure there's other people as well, like where there's
mm,
controversy. There's just something about the way that they do that, because obviously they have this image of the House of Mouse and the,
mm,
upstanding like company or whatever. But listen, look, I'm looking forward to it. Now, having said that, we've had Hulk, we've had Ms. Marvel, we've had, Quantumania, we've had Thor Part 4.
hmm
Those ones have kind of been a back kind of step for me. I really, really hope Loki was decent for me. I really liked it. They took it into different directions. It was fun. It was interesting. Had the whole kind of Kang thing going on in there. I really hope they don't screw this up. But Deval, I mean, I'm not Deval. I'm not really, really kind of like. It's hard now, isn't it, with Marvel? It's hard a bit.
You just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly.
Life is like a box of chocolates, just like Forrest Gump said. And Marvel
It's
seems to be
true.
that box of chocolates too. So
It's absolutely true. All right, let's move on. I want to speak about this now. Now, going on in America right now is this kind of writer strike, and I think we've kind of spoke about this, or we might have read about this. But
yeah,
a movie that has definitely been affected by this is The Thunderbolts. And you know what? It was one
yeah,
of those movies where once we heard about it, we thought, "Oh my god, look, they're bringing kind of a ragtag crew, the kind of characters on the peripheral who are
mm.
anti-heroes, like US agent,
Suicide Squad, basically, isn't it?
basically, yeah, Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Who was the Russian equivalent of Captain America? Forgotten now.
Of Captain America. Oh, I can't remember the one from Stranger Things. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the
Red
Red
Agent,
something.
Red Guardian or
Yeah,
something. I
Red
don't
Guardian. So
know.
he was going to be coming back, and then we had Romanoff's sister. She was going to be coming back, and a few other people,
Yeah,
right? Harrison Ford was going to be playing
General
uh,
Ross.
General Ross, and yeah, so it's delayed because of this whole
Mm.
writer strike. So we don't know when this is going to be coming out now. Is that a
I would
good
have
thing or
thought.
is it a bad thing?
I would have thought they would have written it already because this has been in the works for ages. So the first
Mm.
thing you got to do is get the script. So I'm pretty sure. I'm surprised about that. I'm
And
really
Blade,
surprised that the script isn't done. I'm really
and they're saying
surprised.
it's delayed Blade as well because they had to
Mm.
do some sort of. I think with Blade is there's a few
Yeah,
issues
because
with Blade. I
director
think.
changed, didn't it, as well?
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think kind of Mahershala Ali wasn't really happy with the way the script was going. And he was like, look, so this writer strike could be a good thing, could
Mm.
be a good thing for them to
So
iron
funny.
out some sort of
There's,
things.
there's been so many cuts with Blade, isn't it?
Boom.
Yeah, was it? That was rubbish, I know. But
No,
yeah, I
it
don't
was
know,
good.
man. What's going on? Oh, I don't know, man. They should
Yeah.
just use Chat GPT to write the scripts. I mean,
Trust me.
AI might be ready to
AI
do
is
it.
the way, man. AI is the way. We've been speaking about that actually. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so we'll see what happens with that one. So Thunderbolts delayed. Now this other piece developed. I'm not sure if you heard about this and whether or not this is a good thing. I don't know.
Mm.
Damn it. I don't know whether I should spoil this.
No.
All right. Okay. I'm not going to spoil it. Let's
But-
cancel this one.
Okay, so
There's
hold on.
because there's
Okay, so you can say what it is, but just please don't tell me who it is. You can say what it is, but not who it is.
no, because then if I tell you what it is, then you're going to be like, huh? What?
No,
Oh,
it's in
then
like
you're going to.
it's like a cameo in the Flash. That's what you can
There's a
say. I
yeah.
don't want to
All
know
I'm
any
going
more
to
than
say
that.
is there's a cameo in the new
Yeah.
Flash movie that was just revealed, and the actor playing the cameo started speaking about it,
Okay.
and it's related to something that happened decades ago. That's all
Okay.
I'm going to say.
That's enough. That's enough.
That's
That's enough.
enough, right?
That's enough.
So with the Flash, I watched the trailer again. I watched it a few
Okay.
more times.
The most
And you
recent
know
trailer,
what?
you mean, yeah, or
The
the first
recent trailer.
trailer?
No,
I haven't seen the recent one. I ain't seen. I've stayed
you
away
know
from
what,
it.
Deval?
Looks alright, yeah. Does it look alright?
I don't want to jinx
Oh
it. This is
shit!
looking good.
Is it?
Right. There's one thing that's all I have to say is there's a
Yeah.
scene in this trailer where Supergirl is
Mm,
lifting, flying with someone up in the air, and I
mm,
pause the trailer,
mm.
and it can be only one person. And I'm
Is
going to let you
it?
see the trailer to figure out who
Nah, I'm
that
not
is.
gonna see it. I'm not gonna see
No,
it.
you're not going to see it.
I'm
All
staying
right.
away.
Okay.
I'm staying
All
away. I
right.
don't want to know. I don't want to know.
All
I'm
right.
gonna see it on the I think it's 15th or 16th of June,
Yes.
and that's it.
Couple
I'm
of
staying away.
listen, we're watching Spider-Verse, and then a couple of weeks after that is The Flash.
Yeah.
I actually think The Flash and Extraction Part 2 are in the same week.
Oh, that's a good week.
It's a good
That's a
week,
good
right?
week. It's a good week.
That is going to be really good. All right, okay. So listen, let's move on quickly. I want to quickly just mention these. Deval Pedro Pascal has revealed that it's not always him in the Mandalorian suit. He does the voice. Now, I don't know how I feel about that.
But the walk, I thought the walk was his walk. Isn't
Mate,
that his
you
walk?
can get AI to do anything these days. Trust me,
I'm
you
not
could,
surprised though. I'm really not surprised that it's
because
not always
he's
him
doing
because yeah,
he's stretched, right? He's
mm,
doing Last of
mm,
Us, he's doing kind of all
yeah,
these films. So he basically just revealed, he's been interviewed, and he said that he's not always physically there. Like some of the scenes
mm,
he is doing, obviously when they take the mask off,
yeah,
it's him and everything. But I don't know. They get a stand-in, they get a body
yeah.
double.
It makes sense. It happens anyway, even when
Yeah,
it is them. Sometimes if it's a shot over their shoulder
yeah.
and you ain't got to see their face, sometimes the stand-in does that.
Yep, yeah,
You know,
bum
so I'm
shots.
not
It's not.
surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
So that's all happening. If that's
yeah.
something that shocks you, then obviously join the club. All right. So Fast and Furious, Val. Let's speak about this. We
Mm,
reviewed it a couple of weeks ago. Vin Diesel has come out and said he wants to deal with this final chapter or chapters, and then he's
mm,
going to start working on the spin-offs. He has actually confirmed there will be spin-offs. He's talking about an all-female spin-off. So that could be
mm. Gosh.
Rodriguez, it
Yeah.
could be Brie Larson, it could
Charlie's
be
Theron,
Charlize Theron.
some others. Oh man, it's never
Imagine
going to
that.
stop. Fast and Furious is never going to stop. Never going to stop. Oh my
And
gosh.
how much, like, seriously, he's been doing these movies for a long time. He's
Mm,
producer. He's kind of obviously, making bucks off these monies. And then it makes
knee
sense for
deep
him
in
to,
it.
it makes
Yeah.
sense for him to kind of take a step back and let other people run the show now, right?
And watch his son in the film. I'm sure in a few years' time will have
He's
his own
gonna
show as
come
well.
back with one.
Yeah, trust me.
So if you're happy about that, okay, well, we'll see. And yeah, we'll kind of see when the next spin-off comes. All right, and finally, Deval, just quickly want to mention this one. So I think he's Irish, so British, so Irish actor Ray Stevens. Now, Deval, he
Oh, is he
was.
Irish? I know that. Okay.
Yeah, and apparently, I mean, I forgot this. He played the Punisher in a movie as
Mm,
well.
yeah, yeah.
He was in the Thor parts 1 and 2, I think. The
Yes,
one with
yeah,
the beard, he
yeah,
plays
yeah,
Thor's
yeah,
kind of friend in there.
yeah.
Do you remember RRR?
He was that general guy, isn't it?
He was the
Yeah.
nasty general
Okay.
guy at the
Yes.
beginning of the
Yes.
movie who
Yes.
shoots
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
woman's brain out,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so British actor
Okay.
Ray Stevens, he's been in lots of stuff. I remember seeing him on TV, and
Mm,
people kind of like speaking about this. Yeah, he passed away, and yeah, man, it's just one of those things where you think, right, oh damn, like he's young, like in his
mm,
60s. I think
okay.
died of heart complications and everything. But
Mm,
yeah, rest in peace, Ray Stevens, and
yeah.
yeah, we'll see you again on the screen
Definitely.
somewhere. I'm
He's in
sure you
Valhalla, isn't he? Like the
like
uh,
Valkyrie.
yeah, Valkyrie and everyone
What was her
from
name?
Asgard.
That is it. That is it. All right. Okay. Let's move on, Deval. Let's do a new one streaming. And this one,
Mm,
I've had this on my Netflix list. Kind of the notification comes up. I haven't seen it yet, but this
mm.
is Arnold Schwarzenegger returning back to our screens on the small screen in a TV series called Fubar, which, if you don't know, stands for effed up beyond all recognition.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my! I had no idea what that meant.
And it's a
I
Vietnam.
had
Apparently,
no.
they used to use this a lot in the Vietnam War. So when they used to see something that's messed up, it was like, oh man, the situation's FUBAR. It's FUBAR. It's FUBAR, and
Is
it's
it?
effed up beyond all recognition.
Oh my gosh.
So what is this? I know he
Ah.
plays a spy or something, right?
Yeah, it's got 6.5 on IMDb. It's only been out for a couple of days, but
Yeah.
people seem to like it. It's comedy, it's action, espionage, spies, shit. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger as a CIA operative
True Lies.
who's, yeah, kind of like that, exactly. But he's about to retire, but he's brought back into the game because his family has revealed a secret, or there's a secret has been revealed about his family that means that he's not going to retire anytime soon. His daughter's involved, or he's working with his daughter, and they have like a father-daughter kind of relationship going on.
Right.
And yeah, 8 episodes on Netflix. I think they're about half an hour each episode. I think. I want to
Okay.
say that. I want to say that. I could be wrong. Is it half an hour
Yeah.
each episode? I don't know. Let's just say it is. It should be.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen it yet. I might watch it. I might not. I actually don't know yet. I don't know yet if I'm going to watch it.
Mm.
I have to wait and see. I don't know if
But
it's
it's
if it's
interesting. It's
gripped
interesting
me
the fact that
enough.
he's gone back to kind of, well, not gone back, but he's at that stage now where maybe he's not getting massive film roles, right?
Yeah, he's winding down. I mean, man was a governor. Man's been doing all sorts of things. He's got a documentary coming out on Netflix too about his bodybuilding,
Yeah.
career and stuff. So
Yeah.
he's a very, very versatile kind of dude. And
Mm.
it's funny because Gabrielle Luna is in this as well, and he
Mm.
also played Terminator, didn't he? In
Oh, you're right.
He played. So there's two Terminators in this one film. He played Terminator in Terminator Dark Fate that came out in
Yeah.
2019. So
Yep.
they've got
Yep.
history together. But yeah, it's yeah, go check it out if you want on Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. I wonder if there's kind of like a little tagline that uses like "I'll be back" or
You know
I
what?
get
He's got
guaranteed
to. He's
there's got
got
to
to.
be.
He's got to. He's got
There's
to.
got to do something. There's got to be
Got
like a
to.
little nod, wink, wink to the
Yeah.
camera there.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Fubar. Go check it out. That's on Netflix. Now there are other stuff out there that we've been kind of keeping an eye on as well. We're just kind of condensing this a little bit, but we'll be speaking about those shows as well. Now, new
Mhm.
trailers. Let's speak about this. Now, Idris Elba. Like we spoke about the Fast and Furious kind of franchise. He was in Hobbs and Shaw, so he's in that mix. Action hero. He does drama. He does. He's done comedy as well. He's done animation. This guy, very versatile British actor. And remember, he did The Wire, and
Mhm.
he spent obviously a lot of time on The Wire. People in America didn't know this guy was
No,
British.
same as Damson Idris. It's an
Yeah.
interest thing. They just
You know what?
they're good at
Yes,
it.
absolutely. And
Mm,
really, really great at doing accents and everything. So, and he's like, when you see Idris Elba, he's got presence. And in this movie, Deval,
yeah.
he's on this plane, and I'm like, this guy is massive. He's jacked, and it's called Hijack, basically,
Mm.
or and it's on Apple
Hi, Jack.
Plus.
Mm,
Yeah, and he's doing like those roles that you would kind of expect, kind of like a James Bond-esque type of a role, action, Jason Bourne type of a role.
mm.
From the trailer, did you get what he is? Is he like a secret agent or something? Or
Something like that, because the wife in the trailer says, "Oh, he's trained for stuff like this,"
yeah,
and someone said, "What does he do?" Oh, I can't really explain. So yeah, he's some kind of secretive
badass,
operative or
basically.
something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you
But
know
it's
what? I
it's a
got
series.
Yeah,
I
go
thought it
on.
was a film. It's a series. Seven episodes. I don't know why I thought it was a film,
Oh,
but
I thought it
yeah,
was a film. Damn.
it's a
And you know
series.
what?
Yeah,
It gave me serious vibes of this might sound strange, but there's this movie called United 93.
I've seen it. Yeah.
And do you remember that was based on the airplane that kind of went
9/11,
9/11, right?
Pentagon or something, I think, or something like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or in one of the towers, or the Pentagon. So in that movie, in the movie, they were umming and ahhing about whether or not they should attack the terrorists,
The passengers were
the
gonna fight back or
passengers,
something. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
hijack,
I see them all
Idris
getting
El
ready.
they're
Yeah.
getting ready. They're wrapping the seat belts
Yeah.
and he's
Lady
sending
gets her
covert.
earring out or something. Gets her earring out. And she's like, blimey heck. Those Chanel earrings. Nah, mate. I put it in my
He's
pocket. I'd be
sending
like,
I
nope,
know. He's sending the
nope.
messages like we're gonna get ready, we're gonna attack them, and blah blah, all this sort of stuff. So yeah, it
Mm,
looks good, man. It's a 7-hour flight. They're flying from somewhere to somewhere, don't know where, and he's on this
mm,
plane, like Die Hard on a plane, basically.
Passenger 57.
Passenger 57, which I'm pretty sure there's going to be a few nods to that. I'm pretty sure there will be.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Ricky
man, go check
Smiley
it
might
out.
be on a plane. You never know. He might be on a plane and be sleeping. Be like, nah. Can you imagine?
But what did you make of it?
I think it looks all right. I mean, I'm
Mm,
probably going to give it a watch. Apple TV. I'm starting
mm,
to watch a few more things on Apple.
me too.
So yeah, I'll give it a try. It comes out in
Yeah.
June. I think June 23rd or something like that.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah,
look, another
coming out
June
soon.
film. All right. Yeah. So keep a look at that one. Now, this next one, did this come out of the blue for you?
Yeah, it did. I saw the trailer and I thought, is this for real? This is a real thing. Crazy. Yeah,
Crazy. So this is
yeah.
one of the planned spin-off from the Walking Dead universe. This is happening. This is going to happen. I think it's coming out in June, July, or whatever it is. Can't remember. But this is Maggie and Negan going off on their little adventure. Basically, they're going
Yeah.
to Manhattan Island, and Maggie's son has been captured. He's been taken. There's a connection to
Mm,
Negan, so Negan gets involved. And they got to go down to New York, and they've got to kick ass. They've got to fight zombies. They've got to fight the humans as well. And man, this is extending the whole thing. And I was surprised about it. I was like, okay, this looks
mm.
okay.
This is one of the spin-offs that we mentioned like years ago that
Mm,
they're planning to make. It's going to start on the 15th of June, so that's literally two and a bit weeks
couple
away.
of weeks.
And it's just two characters that you'll never think they're put
Mm,
together. Because obviously, if you've seen The Walking Dead, um, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character Negan killed
yeah,
Glenn, and that was the husband partner of Maggie, who's played by
yeah,
Lauren Cohen. And there's two characters that just well, definitely Maggie hates Negan.
yeah.
It's crazy how
It's
they're
mad.
together now. They got to work together to try and survive in New York.
Yeah.
And then New York is a city that never sleeps, and this is full of the dead now. So it's going to be crazy,
It's gonna be mad.
crazy.
And apparently there's gonna be another spin-off with Daryl. He
Mm.
goes off to France. So there's that.
France.
Yeah, he goes to France. I don't know what
Oh,
we will have to find out exactly what the connection is, and maybe in this Walking Dead, this Manhattan one, we might see something that leads into Daryl's one. Maybe, I don't know.
oh my
France,
gosh.
maybe New, like who knows? But
How's he
yeah,
going across the water? How's he
how's he
getting
doing
across
it?
the water to go to France? Please tell me.
Exactly. How? But yeah, how is he going to do this? So listen, look, we'll keep an eye on this one. Like Deval's already mentioned, it's going to be coming out in the next month or so, a few weeks, 2-3 weeks. If you see the trailers, let us know what you think. Are you a Walking Dead fan, or do you just want it to be done with?
Mm.
All right, okay, let's do this now, Devaldo. Let's do anniversary corner. So we've got a couple of movies that we're going to be speaking about, and from 10 years ago, 2013. This is really interesting. This is Machete Kills, and starring Danny Trejo, and he's
Hmm.
one of these guys that you've seen in a lot of movies. He's kind of
Yes.
the henchman.
Yeah.
He's this stocky, Latino,
Mm.
Mexican American,
Mm.
and I there's a documentary that's out there, and I still have to watch this. But apparently, he had a really, really troubled
Yeah,
youth.
he went to prison and everything. Mm.
Massive. Got into prison, got into drugs, and followed that kind of gang culture out in America, and then somehow he got plucked
Mm.
from obscurity,
Yeah.
and someone said to him, "You know what? You'll be a great henchman."
Yeah.
And then from that point onwards, he just kind of expanded. He was in Desperado, Once Upon a Time in America. He was
Mm.
in Heat with Robert De Niro.
I was in Heat. Oh, okay.
He was
Okay.
in
Okay.
Heat as well. So he's had, like,
Mm.
he's been around, man. This guy's very kind of.
Machete. Because this is the sequel as well. Machete Kills is the sequel.
It's the
2013.
sequel.
Machete is 2010. Sorry, yeah, 2010. Machete Kills
Yeah.
is 2013. So
And this is Jessica Alba's in this as well, isn't she?
I'll tell you who's in this. Bear stars. So you got Danny Trejo, Mel Gibson, Jessica Alba. You got Amber Heard,
Mm.
Michelle Rodriguez, definitely. Sofia Vergara. You got Charlie Sheen. You got Antonio
Wow.
Banderas. You got Lady Gaga. You
Oh
got
gosh.
Cuba Gooding Jr. You got Vanessa Hudgens. You got Marco Zorro, who's a mad fighter who just saw in
Yeah.
John Wick 4.
John Wick,
You
yeah.
got Tom Savini. You got William Sadler. The list goes on, mate. I mean, it's directed
Mad.
by Robert Rodrigues. So
Yeah,
this is a crazy film. It's one
it
of those
is.
films that is just it's crazy. It's not the greatest, but it's a crazy film you got to watch.
It is. It is. It's kind
Simple
of
as
those
that.
B movie, like in a good way,
Yes.
where
Yes.
he's out for revenge and everything. So if you haven't
Yeah.
seen it, go check it out. And
Yeah.
another movie which is kind of linked to this,
Had to
also
add it.
about we had to put this one in there.
Revenge.
Also about
Revenge. Yeah.
revenge. There's
Hmm.
something about revenge that drives a human forward, and none other example, no greater example than is Kill Bill. Like, come
Hmm.
on,
This film
Devaldo.
ages like a fine wine,
Man.
like a classic car. It ages like space. It
Oh
is
man.
crazy. Kill Bill 1, 8.2 on IMDb. I saw this
Yeah.
film when it came out. Couldn't believe what
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
seeing. Quentin Tarantino, Uma Thurman, David Carradine. You got Daryl
Mm.
Hannah, Michael Marsden, Lucy Liu, Vivica A. Fox.
Oh man.
You got
Yeah, she's
everyone in
great.
this film, man, and this is Quentin Tarantino at his best. Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, did they have some sort of like friendship, or did they
Yeah,
kind of
he was.
collaborate, or?
They did Night Terror and another kind of. They did a couple of movies together. And
Oh
remember,
yes,
Robert
yes.
Rodriguez directed the vampire movie with Quentin Tarantino in it, just
Dust
from
Till
Dusk Till
Dawn.
Dawn.
Is it okay?
Yes,
Oh, you mean Planet Terror and other
Planet
film as
Terror
well?
and
It's
Death
two.
Watch or something.
That's some def. Yeah, I remember that. Two crazy films. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're kind of linked. Okay. It all
So
links up. Kill Bill is a film. Kill Bill Volume One for me, especially, but obviously Kill Bill Volume Two as well
yeah,
fits and makes it all a one complete film. But Kill Bill for me is one of the greatest films
it's
still.
really great. It's really
20
great.
years. eh, mm,
And you know what? I love that fight scene with Uma Thurman with the bride and Lucy Liu. There's this kind of little opening
yeah.
music that plays out, right? And then all of a
Mm.
sudden the music dies down, and all you can hear is just this water fountain in the background. And then, oh
I know what you
man,
mean. I know, and it's like the
oh,
water goes, "Tuk, tuk," and there's a spilling. Tuk, tuk. Yeah,
oh,
but
man,
that's
I was
all
like,
intentional.
those
Sometimes,
touches.
you know, sometimes the most powerful moments are silence because the
Yes.
audience leans in. The audience
Yeah.
is sensitive. It's like it's just great. It just heightens your senses to what's about to happen, and that is a deliberate masterpiece in how it's
Yeah.
created. It's not all about noise and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes you slow
Yeah.
it down.
Exactly.
What I'm
And
saying.
apparently, check this out, to get a proper getting a decent rating
Mm,
maybe in the UK and America, you know, the fight scene that she has with all those guys, like, you know,
yeah,
she
the
takes down
88,
100,
terrible
the 80
88. What do they
crazy
call it?
88s or
Yeah,
something.
crazy 88.
There's a
Yeah,
bit in there where she pokes a guy's eyes
hit
out,
bit, black and
and
white,
then
so
it
you
goes
can't see the
black and
blood.
white. Yes, they did that for America, but Japan, it's in color. That version is in color.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
But
it's
for me,
because
it's better than black and white because it's
black and
almost like
white.
because the eye's been taken out, we're now seeing less. And oh
Yes.
man, and
How
oh,
do
that
they
film's
work
wicked.
that out? That is
There's a bit
wicked.
where
He
they
just
go
does
into
it.
the room, and it's like a bit like it
Shadows.
goes yeah, shadows. It goes all
Oh,
it goes all shadows, and she's fighting them. All you can see, and that bit there, we know it's a man, isn't it?
yeah.
They did
Oh,
it on
because the
purpose, so
movement.
the man takes the place of
Yeah.
her, stunt
Yeah.
double, and you can just see the movements and just the way she slices them up, and the whole sort of anime, and the blood goes.
It's
That's all from
brilliant.
anime. I mean,
Brilliant.
Kill
I
Bill. Do
know.
you know what? I've got to watch it again.
I
I've
know.
got and the animation part in between,
Oh
which
my
is under the
God. The
bed,
Lucy
and
Liu under the
yeah,
bed.
it's crazy.
Oh,
Film. Do you know what?
mate,
Heavy
I got to,
film.
now that
Heavy
you've
film.
mentioned it, I've got to watch it.
Heavy
I've
film.
seriously got
Heavy
to watch it.
film.
If you
Heavy
haven't,
film.
honestly, Flixters, if you haven't seen Kill Bill, you're
Heavy
doing
film.
yourself a disservice.
Heavy
He made it as
film.
one movie, so parts one, and
Yeah.
he made one movie, but they split it up into two
Yeah.
movies, but it's actually just
Heavy
one movie.
film. Heavy film.
Go check it out if you love
I'm
your
gonna
revenge movies. And
I'm
this
gonna
leads
rate
us.
it now. I'm gonna put it now. I've never rated it before. I'm gonna put number 9 on IMDb.
Oh
So the
man,
rating goes up. There you
yeah,
go.
seriously,
Heavy film.
definitely worth that
Mm.
one. All right, and that leads us nicely into the movie that we're going to be speaking about right now, which is in the vein of
Mm.
Machete and Kill Bill and all those revenge flicks. Like, there's something about revenge, Deval, that people.
Mm.
It's just something visceral. It's just something when something's wrong has been done to you.
Mm.
You're like, right, okay, do I let this go or do I take revenge? And this movie is a Finnish movie. So Scandinavian movie, but you don't have to worry about subtitles because it's in English.
Mhm.
And it's called Sisu. And apparently, at the beginning of the movie, they say the director has kindly points out that there is no English word for the term Sisu,
Mm.
and apparently it means like dogged
Yeah.
determination
Yeah. Yeah.
to basically never back down, never fail, to keep going, to keep going and keep going. And the main
Mm.
character in
Yeah.
this film is a kind of John Wick-esque, isn't he, Deval?
Yeah. On the next level, he's John Wick's dad, basically. If John Wick had a dad,
That's exactly what I thought.
this is the man.
That's
With
exactly
no
what I thought.
suits, yeah, no suits.
No. No,
No.
this is set in 1944. So this is World War II territory. The Nazis have occupied Finland. They're
Mm.
basically using a scorch tactic where wherever they're going, they're basically burning down the place.
Hmm.
And there's one loner who's he's weathered the storm, and he's
Yeah.
also when you look at him, you see scars on his body, bullet holes and
Mad.
whatnot.
His body's crazy cut up. It's like it's
Crazy
been
car.
stitched together. It's mad.
Trust me. So he's weathered the storm, and it looks like as if he has been the storm. So he's kind of like got like a history of doing some sort of like
Mate.
being a maniac, right? So the one thing that I found interesting about this guy, I don't think there's only one bit where he speaks in the film.
At the very end. You know the guy's
Deval, Deval, he went through the whole movie without saying a single thing.
When has that happened? That's how you know this guy's gangster. He ain't got time to talk. Yeah, I'm out here to shoot people, cut people's heads off. What are we talking for? My man doesn't talk until the end. It's the last thing we hear.
It's
He
the
says
last
about
thing we hear.
words, I think, and that's it. He's gangster.
There is
Gangster.
there's very little dialogue in this movie anyway. A lot of action. So
Yeah.
he plays I've forgotten the name of his character in the film, but let's just call him Sisu. So Sisu is a gold digger, gold miner. He strikes gold, and he's on his way basically to somewhere, and then you find out where he's basically getting to, by the end of the movie. So he's on his way, and along the way he meets some Nazis who are nasty people. They're basically using scorch tactics, and they've got some Scandinavian women as well that they've basically been using, raping and whatnot.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's just got his objective. He just wants to go, 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 go. They find out that he's got gold on him, and then that's where the whole kind of action starts kind of happening. And there's blood, there's guts, there's bombs, there's bullets, there's flipping arms being flown apart, there's airplanes, you name it, there's tanks. This movie's got it all. And yeah, man, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie.
It's an hour and a half of fun. Forget me from the get go. It starts.
That is it.
You get to see him a little bit, just looking for his goal, just mind his own business. But this guy, from the get go, Sisu, he's just minding his own business. He wants to get from point A to point B, sell his gold. He wants to live on a farm and chill out. That's all he wants, But these people want to start on him. And from the first kill, we see him stick a knife through someone's head.
That's
You know
mad.
what time it is. You know what time it is from when he sticks
That's
a
true.
knife through someone's head. You know what's going on.
There's
And
a
from
brilliant
then,
one.
yeah, was
Yeah,
that?
there's a brilliant one where he puts a gun under a Nazi's chin,
Mm,
and he's wearing a helmet, and then he
mm.
blows the guy's head off, and like literally, I mean, the helmet and his brain goes everywhere, and I was like, oh, this is this is
Splat.
brilliant. This is like
Splat.
comic book. This is like
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction-esque. This is like,
yeah.
and the
Bill.
way this is Kill Bill, and even the way the lettering, and it's like it felt like a comic book as well, like chapter 1, chapter 2,
Yeah,
chapter 3, like all these different chapters.
yeah. I think this
So
person definitely lent on a bit of Tarantino kind of action, and I mean, hold on a second. Oh no, okay, no, it's the next film. But this person, I think, I did derive a lot of their techniques, and I think they do like Tarantino style with the chapters, with the violence, with the hero not even having to say too much. But I know Tarantino's films, they tend to talk a lot. But I think this person just went on the side of no. This person hasn't got time to talk. He's old. He just wants to get the job done. So I think this film here, this film, I don't think it's going to make the money it should. I don't
no,
think it's going to make the money it should, but it really should do well.
yeah.
And it's
I
Finnish,
hope it
but everyone's
does.
speaking English. That's the thing.
This is what I
It's
don't get.
Finnish,
This is
and he speaks Finnish at the end. He doesn't speak in English, does he? But everyone
no.
else speaks
He
English.
speaks in his language, and the women
Yeah.
speak in Finnish as well, and something. But
Mm.
apparently, when I was watching the credits, the second in command, the Nazi second in command.
Yeah.
I looked at his name. His name
English,
is
innit?
Jack
Or
Doolan. Yeah,
yeah.
so he obviously isn't Finnish, or maybe he is,
No.
but I mean, his name isn't Finnish. But I just thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, so look, international cast, no subtitles, lots of action, lots of blood, and just like Deval mentioned, it's an hour and a half of just pure entertainment.
Really good film. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
recommend watching this one. Go
So
cinema
if
and
you
watch
can
it if you
find that,
can. But yeah,
yeah.
Sisu it's a gangster film.
It is. It is a really, really
Gangster
decent
film.
film. And so the next movie that we're going to speak about is called Hypnotic. Now, So this is, I don't know about you, Deval, but for me,
Hmm.
this has been a low key release over here. I
Yeah,
haven't seen
same, same.
any trailers or whatnot, and this just
Yeah.
came out of the blue. So you went out and you watched this movie, and the only thing that I know is that it stars Ben Affleck. So you're thinking, all right, Ben Affleck, he's a big
Mm.
Hollywood star, and it's a big name. So all right, so it's got to be pretty decent. But anyway, I leave it up to your capable hands.
Yeah, this one again, another 90-minute film, same as Sisu. So quick film. It's called Hypnotic, directed by Robert Rodrigues, who we've spoken about before,
Mm.
literally just a few seconds ago with Machete Kills. Obviously influenced a lot by Kill Bill, or works with Kill Bill quite a lot. And this film is stars Batman. Sorry, Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
It stars Ben
Batfleck.
Affleck, yeah, Batfleck, Alice Braga, who we've seen Queen of the South, among others as well.
Okay.
It's also got William Finchner, who we've
Oh
seen in
yes,
Prison Break and
Prison
all kinds of
Break.
stuff from
Yeah,
back in the,
Transformers in it or something? No, no,
Transformers.
no.
Yeah, he's been in lots of stuff anyway. You'll recognize his
Yeah.
face. But Ben Affleck is a detective who has lost his daughter and his wife. Actually, they were taken away. Well, his daughter was taken away, and he split up with his wife. But his daughter was kidnapped very mysteriously,
Mm.
and he's still suffering from that. So he has sessions with his therapist to try and overcome it, but he's still working as a cop as well. And very soon in the film, there's a scene that you've probably seen in the trailer where this person, played by William Finchner, he goes into a bank and basically like attempts to rob it using hypnotic skills.
Oh,
So there's this in this world, there's people that are called hypnotics, and they can use a certain level of mind altering power
wow.
to influence people. So a bit like in Thanos's reality stone.
Right.
All he's got to do is say to someone, "It's hot, isn't it?" And the person will be like, "Oh, oh, it's hot. Take off their clothes." Or he can say to someone, "Bark like a dog." Like in Coming to America, they'll bark like a dog.
Yes.
He just has to say one word to them, and
Yeah.
they will do. He's got basically it's a power. It is a
Right.
power. It's not a normal
Okay.
thing. So it's not just about hypnosis. It's another level to it, and there's only
Wow.
a handful of people in the world that can do it. This guy is one of them. So with Ben Affleck is trying to deal with this guy. Also, we find out that this guy is also linked to his daughter going missing.
Okay.
We
Yes.
find that out very early. So most of the film, I'm not going to spoil it because there is a massive twist in this film, a massive twist.
Is it
But yeah,
okay?
but the film is about Ben Affleck and Alice Braga working together because she's also a hypnotic as well. She's a hypnotic,
Ah,
which is a good one. And
right.
then them working together to try and deal with this guy and his hypnotic abilities to try and find his daughter and save the city, sort of thing. So it's a very, very, very mind altering kind of film, and it's really crazy. It's
Is
really
it?
yeah. There's twist I don't want to spoil, but
So a
I did,
sci-fi thriller.
yeah, yeah. I didn't see the twist coming. I must say though, this film, the quality of this film, and just the film in itself, didn't give me cinema vibes. I'm surprised this came out in the cinema. I would have
Ah,
expected to see this come out straight to on demand, but I
streaming.
think because Ben Affleck's in it, I don't think that was going to happen. But this film was so quick. It seemed like a bit of an on-demand Netflix, Amazon film. No
Yeah.
disrespect to it, but it didn't give me the blockbuster vibes, which is probably why you haven't seen it in a cinema where you are.
Mm,
It's not going to be a massive national release. It came out the same time as Little Mermaid. Uh, what's still in the cinema? What did I see? Fast and Furious is still out in the cinema.
yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy is still out in the cinema. People are going to see those films before they see this.
Before
So I
they see
don't
this
think
one. Yeah.
this is going to do massively well. But that's it. Hypnotic, bit of a mind, a bit of a mind fuck. Go and watch it if you're interested in that sort of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all right. It was all right.
And just
It's all
looking
right.
at it, it says that it was done. This
It's
is
all
from
right.
2021. This was made in
You
2021.
you see, it's delayed for some reason. But yeah.
Damn. All right. Okay. So,
Mhm.
yeah, man. So, yeah, looking at that, look. I mean, like I said to you before, you're right about seeing Guardians first and seeing all those other
Mm,
movies first. I think so. This might get kind of pushed to the back. So we'll probably see this on streaming pretty soon, maybe.
yeah.
Um, those are your two movies. Now, Deval's actually got time. Deval, have you got
Yeah,
time?
I got
Yeah,
time. I got time.
time. All right, brilliant. So Deval's going to do Hidden Gem. We haven't done a Hidden Gem for a while, and this one's really
Mm.
interesting because this is an A24 movie. We saw the trailer a while ago, and it stars Joaquin Phoenix, Oscar winner, multiple Oscar winner, great actor, and is from the people, A24, but also Ari Aster, who's
Mm.
an interesting film director, horror film director. So yeah, Deval, tell us about this.
Yeah, this one I'm going to do. I'm not going to go into this too deeply,
Mhm.
but this one, like you set up really well. Stars Joaquin Phoenix, A24. Say no more. Ari Aster directed Hereditary and also
Yep.
Midsummer, two really highly acclaimed films. Beau is Afraid is very very different.
Yeah.
Beau is Afraid is 3 hours.
What?
3 hours long. Yes, a long film.
Holy
Beau is Afraid.
shit.
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix, for me, probably could get an Oscar from this.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Same way he got an Oscar
Ooh.
for the Joker. For this, I don't see much difference. He
Wow.
could, but he probably
It's
won't.
heavy.
But this film is just how we talked about Hypnotic being a mind fuck.
Yeah.
This next level mind fuck. This
Oh my
film,
god.
I
This is
watched it.
Fuba.
I watched it. Came out. Didn't know how to explain it. Didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I just saw. I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know what just happened. I didn't know what just happened.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Holy
what just happened.
shit.
Beau is Afraid is about a man who has deep psychological issues. Deep psychological issues. He doesn't want to leave the house. He's
Mm.
afraid of everything around him. The doorbell rings. He's afraid. In his mind, the doorbell ringing is almost like police busting the door down. It's like he
Oh, right.
sees and hears things that are not there. But in this
Okay.
film, we are invited to see and hear those things with him.
Oh,
But we're also not really shown if we're really seeing things or not. So I don't know what's
I
going on.
gotcha. Okay.
So
So we don't know if it's real or not.
exactly, it's mad. That's why
Damn.
at the end I was like, did it just happen or was it all in his head? Or I don't
Yeah.
know what to say.
So for 3 hours, I mean, this is a big investment. And then, is it because Ari Aster, he makes horror movies. Is this a horror film or is it what is it? Is a
Well,
fantasy?
you tell me, isn't horror, yeah,
Mm,
the definition of
mm,
afraid,
afraid.
being scared? No matter
Yes.
what it is, whether
Yes.
it's a
What it
knife,
is,
a
it could
bomb, a
be
monster, whether it's someone knocking at your door that you are afraid of, whether it's the sun is going to come and burn you because
that is
it's hot.
horror.
You are thinking, isn't afraid all of these things, isn't afraid someone looking at you from across the room, but you can see a monster's face, but
Mm.
everyone else doesn't see the monster's face. Beau is afraid. That in itself, if you are invited into this, if you watch this film, that's fear.
Oh
That
my
is
god.
fear. So it might not be the traditional horror. Oh my god.
I had to put in an Easter egg
My-
there.
oh
Smile.
my
I had to
gosh.
put in an Easter egg. So
Ah.
so by the end of the movie, is Bo still afraid or does he overcome his fear?
No comment.
Oh shit. No, that could mean that you don't know.
No, I do know.
Oh, you
Actually,
do
do
know.
I know? I don't know. Actually, I think I know, but I don't want to. I don't.
Okay.
Thing is, the best way to watch this film is how I watched it. I saw a trailer, like a quick trailer, and I
Yeah.
saw nothing else, read nothing else. Go in there. You need a
Just
blank canvas because if
blind.
someone tells you
Yeah.
too much, it guides your opinion. That's
Yes.
why I've kept this hidden gem quite short because I don't
Sure.
want to guide your opinion too much that you go in there expecting one thing and then it's trying to meet your expectations. No,
Mm.
this is a mad film. Let's get it right. This is a mad film. You might like it, you might hate it,
Hate it.
but you will
Yeah.
get something from it. I guarantee you that.
Mm.
You will get
I
something from
sounds
it.
watchable to me.
It's a long
Yeah, I
film
sound
though, so go in there with
yeah,
two
that's the
bags,
only
two
thing. Yeah.
bags of popcorn, a drink, and make sure
Yeah.
you go to the toilet before because you don't want to miss anything. But mm,
Joaquin Phoenix, he does these kind of off
yeah,
kilter films, right?
yeah,
Because look,
yeah,
Joker was kind of
yeah,
his take on the whole Joker thing was something kind of out of the mind
yeah.
experience. I think the new Joker is going to be something like that. This is kind of what you're saying is kind of similar.
Crazy,
Um,
crazy film.
yeah, man. All right. Okay.
Crazy
Yeah. Beau
film.
is afraid. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with that. I can kind of get on board with the Beau is afraid. All right. Even if it is 3 hours. So listen, look, that's
yeah.
out in cinemas at the moment. And you've got obviously Hypnotic. That's out in cinema. based on what we say, I don't know, but if you've got an hour and a half or 3 hours to spare,
You can either watch Sisu and Hypnotic
oh,
together,
together,
or you
two
can watch
movies
Beau is Afraid as one.
was 1
3 hours
movie.
and 3 hours. You
Oh
choose.
gosh. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Get value for money if you want. All right, listen,
Mhm.
look, folks, we have come to the end of the show. We really, really hope you enjoyed it. Remember, like, subscribe us on YouTube,
Mhm.
on what's the other thing that we do?
And
Yeah,
Twitter,
Instagram,
Instagram,
Twitter,
Facebook, all of it.
all of it.
All of it.
And remember, June's coming up. We've got massive movies coming up. Next week,
Mm,
we're going to be doing Spider-Verse.
yep.
Like I've mentioned before, we've got Extraction. We've then got Flash,
Hmm.
and Devourman. There's other big movies. Are you by any chance going to watch the Disney movie that's The Little Mermaid?
Little Mermaid. You know what? Ciel Noir actually asked me about that.
Mm.
Actually forgot to mention at the start of the show. She mentioned that uh, the star Bailey. What's her name? Bailey?
Haley,
No,
no,
Haley. Hey, Haley Bailey. Is that her name?
yeah,
Halle
yeah, I
Bailey.
think
Halle Bailey.
yes.
She actually was discovered from like YouTube and stuff. I think Beyonce discovered her somehow from YouTube, and she's
Wow.
like obviously a great performer, singer,
Yeah,
actress, and all
a
that
lot
sort
of
of thing.
talent.
A lot of talents, and yeah, somehow she was discovered on like through YouTube videos, and that's how
That's mad.
Beyonce got she came on Beyonce's radar, and that's why she's linked. I think she's linked to Beyonce quite strongly. I think she's signed to her in some sort of way. So yeah,
Damn.
it's I'm not sure if she's signed to her, but yeah, she's basically Beyonce's bigging her up. When
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happens, when that happens, you're bigged up.
Well, yeah,
But yeah,
Beyonce.
Little Mermaid is out now. I think Ciel Noir 3 said she's going to go and watch it.
All right. Well, we might
So
be able to get
uh,
her view on it on next week's
mm,
show.
yeah, probably,
We'll see, because
probably.
I don't think that to be honest with you, I don't think that I'm gonna have time to watch that and all the other
Yeah,
stuff.
I can't see myself going into the cinema and watching Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
I'll be
me too.
honest.
Yeah, me
I'll
too.
be honest,
Me
but
too. Me too, man.
but,
Yeah. Just throwing that out there, just in case there are people
yeah,
out there who are interested in that. We
yeah.
probably won't be reviewing that one. But yeah, so Sion Noir, hopefully we can get your take on it. All right, listen, look, Deval, thanks for doing this. I'll see you on the next one. And